Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be playing TBR Snail Trail for July. We're going to be picking my July TBR, and yeah, I had an incredible reading month in the month of June. I do not think that's going to continue into July. I think part of it was whatever-a-thon, and the other part was just like me trying to manage my anxiety about so many things in June by reading endlessly. I read, at time of filming, 18 books in the month of June, which is the most books I have ever read in a single month. Now, obviously there were some Animorphs and some graphic novels in there, so it's not like, you know, next level impressive, but it's super impressive to me, someone who usually reads 5 or 6 books in a month. However, I did not complete my TBR because as of time of filming this, I have not read or started Tarnished Are the Stars, which I don't anticipate I will read before the end of the month. So that one is still unread. But, you know, I still did pretty great this month, and I am really happy with it. This month I have quite a few things I'm gonna be starting on. One of them is kind of like a secret project related to my Haul Revisited video. So if you haven't watched that video, I would encourage you to go watch that video and let me know which of the books at the end of the video you think that I should read. I'm gonna be doing something with those books. So there is that. All right, so now let's go ahead and roll our 3 dice and see which one has the lowest number, and that's going to be the die that we continue on with the rest of the game. So let's do that now and see what we get. What? As you have seen, after all 3 of the dice landed on the number 8, what are the odds of that? I did re-roll them, and I got the lowest number on the D10. So we're going to use the D10 for this game, which means 10 books here for picking that last prompt on the board. So those are the books, and that is the order of them, and we'll see which one of these I end up with at the end of the game. But let's hop into the actual rolls. Roll number 1 is a 4. And we have has a prologue. So roll number 1 got me a book with a prologue. So I am going with Daughters of Sparta by Claire Haywood, and it does indeed have, if I can get to it, a prologue. It's a 1-page prologue, but it is there. So I will be reading Daughters of Sparta as the first book. 4 again. Let's see what TBR game we're playing. Oh, we are playing the M&M's TBR. Well, for our second roll, we got a snail friend, and that snail friend is the M&M's TBR, which is a TBR game that Danny from Current Chapter plays. It's one of my favorites to watch each month, so I do love this. And I have loaded it up with prompts from my little prompt bag, and we're going to draw and see what 2 M&Ms we get and what prompt we're going to be picking. There are a couple on here that would require me to get out the wheel, so I'm hoping that we don't get that one because I feel like that's just TBR game within TBR game. So let's hope we get one that's just straightforward. So we have a red M&M. I'm gonna knock the board over. Love that for me. And then our second one is, it's a brown one, which I'm laughing because I already know that that's the color wheel. So we are going to be spinning the color wheel. So TBR game within a TBR game, essentially. So give me 1 second to go get the color wheel. Okay, here is the color wheel. I don't have really a great place to put it. It's still got the times on there from sprints on Amy's channel, but I'm just gonna leave them on there because really we're just concerned with the background colors. So let's spin the wheel and see what color we get. Light pink. That is gonna be really interesting. Okay, well, let me see if I can find a light pink book. After all of that, this seems like it doesn't fit for a pink book, but the cover underneath, the actual hardback part of it, is the right light pink color. So I will be reading If We Were If We Were Birds by Ayanna Lloyd Banwo, and I'm very excited to read this one. This is, I don't actually remember a whole lot about it except that it is set in Trinidad and it's a love story, and I think there are ghosts, or it's like there's some sort of ghosty aspect to this, but I am quite excited to read this. And it feels like a great, like, warm weather book too. That is an 8. For 8, we have person on the cover. Roll 3 got me person on the cover, and I am stoked to read this one. This is A Little Bit Country by Brian D. Kennedy, and this is a male-male romance set at, it's called Wanda World, but it's essentially Dollywood, and I cannot wait. This sounds so cute, and it makes me want to go to Dollywood, so this one is next. Roll number 4. That is a 4. Which gets us oh, Simon's favorite. It's a pet pick. So for pet pick, the 3 books that I am offering up for Simon are The Hand That First Held Mine by Maggie O'Farrell, We Need New Names by No Violet Bulawayo? I'm sorry. I need to look these things up before I make an ass out of myself. And A Little Bit Country by Brian D. Kennedy. So we will see which one he picks. No, buddy. They're down here. Sniff around. Right there. Behind. This is a circus. Behind you. Look. You smell them? You smell them? You smell them? Simon, you were smarter than this. You're smarter than this. Turn around. Simon. Look, come here. Look at the books. You see them? You see all these cat treats? Thank you. Alright, well, I filmed Pet Pick a little out of order because obviously I just picked A Little Bit Country for people on the cover, which, whoops, but it's chaos. Filming these videos is chaos because I have everything, all the stars have to align, and they usually don't. But as you will have seen from that circus of a clip, I ended up with The Hand That First Held Mine by Maggie O'Farrell, and I am quite excited to read this one because I have only read Hamnet by Maggie O'Farrell, and when I saw this at my used bookstore, I got really excited about it, And I think this is like something to do with like motherhood and yeah, and it's multi-generational potentially. But Maggie O'Farrell is quite a fantastic writer, so I expect this to be beautiful and I'm excited to read it. Roll number 5. That is a 6. And we have 2020 Backlist. And for 2020 Backlist, there's actually a pretty good list of books that I could have picked and ones that I wanted to read. And just to clarify, those are books that I acquired in 2020, not books that were published in 2020. So I ended up going with The Library of Legends by Janie Chang. I have really enjoyed everything I've read by Janie Chang. So I'm excited about this one. I know that it has something to do with the Chinese-Japanese conflict and a library that potentially is at risk, and these people flee with the books or something like that. So bookish, and also Janie Chang, so I'm quite excited to read that. Roll number 6 is a 10, so that gets us to the end. Let's see what book we'll be reading for that. And then finally, the book that was picked by the roll of the die at the end of the game was book 10 in that stack, which was The Promise by Damon Galgut, which I read the first few pages of a couple of weeks ago maybe, or a week ago, and really liked the writing style of, and I've been wanting to read this one because it is one of 2 books in Group A of the Book 2 fiction semifinals, and that I haven't read, and the other one is The Love Songs of W.E.B. Du Bois. So I will be reading both of those this month. So yeah, those are the books that I'll be reading in July, and I'm actually quite pleased with this stack. There are quite a few books that I was already excited to read, and then a few that I haven't been prioritizing, but I'm also still really excited to read. So there we go. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!